All right, let's move on to Clippers Nuggets. Clippers Nuggets, see what we are dealing with here. Clippers Nuggets. Clippers are 8-point favorites. This total sitting at 220.5. Thank you, Jen. We'll see. It's going to be a fun game. Spenny, I think the Rats need to take the lead early too, and I'm not against. I wouldn't be against the first quarter Raptors look. That being said, I don't think I'm going to take it. Shane Schwader says, does Jamal Murray finally go off against the Clippers, or is he just exhausted? 14 points on 5 of 17 shooting last out. Or there's another or. Are the Clippers guards too strong defensively? Hey, Ulysses Hayes, I remember that too. In the first year of the Knights. All right. In the 8 seeding games, the Clippers' pace was much slower than it was in the regular season. 100.32. In the playoffs, 101.11. In the series, it's 98.17. In the 8 seeding games, the Nuggets have the slowest pace of any team in the bubble at 97.5 possessions a game. In the playoffs, it's even slower at 94.42 possessions a game. Wow, Naima Blackman. Thank you. Very, very kind. Thank you for rolling with us. All right. Viper says back to the well on the over 220. Coy Moore says Murray getting locked up. I think that's probably what's happening. I think there's a mixture between being exhausted and very strong defensive guards for the Clippers. So far, Murray's shooting at 37.7%. He's 7 for 23 from 3, and it's Jokic who's been so spectacular. George stepped up. Kawhi was able to have a night off. Still went for 23, 14, and 6. George was 13 for 32 from the floor in the first 2 games of the series. Went 12 for 18 last night, 5 for 7 for 3. This spread is just, it's too big. It's just too big. You have to think that the Nuggets can cover 8 here with their backs against the wall and lose. You have to think that George is not capable of, or I should say not capable, that is unlikely to step up the way he did. 5 of 7 for 3. It just feels like 8 are too many points in the series. Dylan Turner on Denver first half. Ziggy says not big if they win by 9. Look, I get it. SoCal says George always steps up when nothing is on the line. Now, my problem here is that it was never. I don't know where CMAC got the 8.5. I don't know where the 8.5 is. Just feels like it's a spot for the Nuggets to cover here. Just feels like a spot for the Nuggets to cover. Shaft taking the Kawhi over 7.5 boards. A 14 last game. It just feels like, okay, well, we didn't really get into the player props for the Raps game either, which, we probably should have talked about. It's just that Lowry at 20.5 points. I expect him to go over. Siakam at 20.5 points. So Siakam, Van Fleet, and Lowry all at 20.5 points. And there's just a ton on the line here. And They certainly all don't go over 20.5. Jaylen Brown on 20.5 points too. Let's just see what Kyle Lowry points, assists, and rebounds is. 34.5. My only play is going to be on the over there. With this Clips Nugs, it's very, very difficult to defend Jokic. His 23.5 point total is juiced to minus 150. I'll stay off that. Points, rebounds, and assists, Jokic is at 41.5. I expect Jamal Murray to step up to be better. Chinrami's already on the over 220. The pace is just a little too slow for me with the Nuggets. The shooting percentage, as we've seen in the bubble, are higher than normal because they're not traveling. Shane Schwader says, what's Murray's points? Murray's points are at 23.5, juice to the under. Wow, Prince of the City. Oh, God. Wow. That hurts, buddy. That hurts. All right. I am going to take the Nuggets +8. And I'm probably going to lock that in as soon as the show is over. I don't expect that to go up to 8.5. Okay, that's what's up. I'm on the over in Raptors Celtics, but I will wait. I'm on the Clippers Nuggets. I'm on the Nuggets +8. Cuban Connect on the Spicy Nuggets first quarter. Z's on the Nuggets money line. And you, Joe, Big Joe. Raptors first quarter over 26.5. Wow, Jalen Ramsey. Okay. All right. That's NBA for you. Raptors Celtics over. But I'm going to wait. Read this market. And then Nuggets +8.